Welcome back to the Boot Tragedies.
All right, I've been wanting to make this video for quite some time. It's been a lot of chatter. Obviously, Trey Hendrickson, first team All-Pro for the Cincinnati Bengals, former Saint, drafted by the Saints. And then you got Zach Bond, also first team All-Pro, Pro Bowler. And we're going to talk about it, man. Why can't the Saints keep their talent that's in-house and somehow they go somewhere else and they become All-Pro guys and things like that? We'll talk about it. I guess we'll start. Let's first start off like going through these drafts. So Trey Hendrickson, third round pick out of Florida Atlantic. And basically, I guess we'll start with him. We'll start with, no, actually I want to start with Zach Bond. So we'll just go through this draft real quick. Obviously, he was drafted third round in the 17 draft that was really, really good. And then after that, you have Zach Bond. He's a little further down. He's drafted in the third round out of Wisconsin. And basically, look at the next years after that. This will give you an outlook on why these guys did not play with the Saints. So obviously, you got Hendrickson, third round pick. That's a pretty decent draft pick to invest in the defensive end. But the next year, you trade up. So you basically spend 2 first round picks to get Marcus Davenport. So now he has to be good. So now you forced your hand to play him because you gave up 2 first round picks basically to get him. Now you have to play him. And then you can look at Zach Bond, same thing. Third round pick, but then the next year, you draft Pete Warner in the second round. So with the 68th pick. So once again, now you invested a higher pick in someone. So now you have to play this guy over Zach Bond. So we'll jump in straight to the Zach Bond stats. See, this one I'm not mad at. I know a lot of people are mad at this one because he had a great year. Terrific year, obviously, all-pro year from him this year. Obviously, that's really, really good. Like, that's really, really good. But my point is with him, he wouldn't have done this with the Saints. I promise you. I promise you he would not have done that with the Saints. He's not playing. I do have this roster pulled up for y'all so y'all can see this. You see this? Jordan Davis. You see this Jalen Carter? They don't exist on the Saints roster. And to be a good linebacker in the NFL, you have to have a good front four. Do we have a good front four? We all know the answer to that question. No, we don't. No, we don't. Obviously, Bond is playing behind a great. You got Josh Sweat. You got Nakobe Dean. You got Jalen Carter. You got Jordan Davis. That's a really, really good front four. Our front four is not that. Our front four is not taking on double teams. We see Saunders and Brissy and Shepard and all those guys getting blown off the ball and to the linebacker sometimes. But if you got a guy like Jalen Carter where the center, the guard, and maybe even the other guard all have to touch him on a play, those linebackers are going to get freed up and they're going to make plays. And that's what he did. So credit to him. You still have to make the plays. And he made all the plays for the Eagles. He still made them in the playoffs as well. Great season. Great season. But he played for the Saints. Like I said, I'll pull up some of his stats. Obviously, first year, didn't really play much. 12 tackles, 30 tackles. But that year before he left, last year, he played. Like, he played a lot of football for the Saints. Played in 17 games, started 6. Did not produce whatsoever. Like I said, it's not his fault. You were playing behind rookie Brian Brissy, Shepard, and Saunders, who was first year on the team. And they did not perform last year, and he did not perform. So, like, I'm not putting it on him, but when he was out there, he definitely didn't perform for the Saints. You can blame it on coaching. You can blame it on personnel. You can blame it on whatever. But he did not perform when he was with the Saints. He could not cover the pass. I think we all have amnesia on Zach Bond when he played for the Saints. He was so bad in pass coverage. I wonder if they have those stats on here. But if I scroll down a little bit. Yeah, look at this. Pass coverage. 14 targets, 11 completions. That's no bueno. 2 for 2 that year, 100%. 78%, 100%, 11 for 10, 90%. Passer rating all over 100. Like, I know it's a small sample size, but still. Now, obviously, he did better this year. Not the greatest. Gave up, 68 targets, 50 catches, 73% completion percentage, so it's best of his career. 80 passer rate, not terrible. Got 3.5 sacks. Obviously, Pro Bowl and All-Pro, so he played well because, I think he had 150-something tackles. But when he was out there for the Saints, he wasn't the guy that he is now. So credit to him, man. He's 28. He's in the prime of his career, and he's going crazy. This one, like I said, I'm not mad at. Now, this next one. This is the one that pisses me off. This is the one where the Saints just fucked up. Mickey Loomis fucked up. Sean Payton fucked up. Everybody in the whole organization, they just messed this up. Because Trey Hendrickson showed you before he left. Unlike Zach Bond, we saw his stats. Trey Hendrickson, before he left, he gave you 13.5 sacks. Like, he gave you 13.5 sacks before he left. There was no need for him to walk out the door. I was actually calling for Cam Jordan to leave this year. I was calling for Cam Jordan to leave in 2020 after Trey Hendrickson did this. Because I knew they invested too much into Marcus Davenport. They were not going to let him leave. They had to make him be something that he was never going to be. They had to show the world that we wasted 2 first-round picks and he has to play. And I knew that was going to happen. And I said we should let Cam Jordan go. That was the time. Before he got, well, he still had some trade value. He still had some, still was playing well. It's obviously over for that now. He was still playing well. We should have traded Cam Jordan right then and there. And kept Trey Hendrickson and Marcus Davenport. Yeah, Davenport still didn't turn out to be anything, obviously, because you drafted Peyton Turner right after. But still, you should have let Cam Jordan go right there and had Trey Hendrickson and had Marcus Davenport. But now we've been chasing Trey Hendrickson ever since. I mean, look at these numbers. We'll go with the Saints. 4.5 sacks, in his third year. 13.5 sacks the next year. As soon as he leaves us. He started the entire year, so I don't understand. You got a full sample size of Trey Hendrickson, and you did not retain him. Cincinnati, 14 sacks. 8 sacks, Pro Bowl. 17.5 sacks, Pro Bowl. 17.5 sacks again, Pro Bowl, All Pro. Like, probably going to finish in Defensive Player of the Year, like top 10. We let that walk out the door for Davenport and for Cam Jordan. And if you look at our draft again, we've been chasing it ever since. We've been chasing it ever since, man. Where's the draft at? Obviously. Trey Hendrickson, chasing it. Marcus Davenport. No, we drafted a couple more. Obviously, Peyton Turner, chasing it. We're chasing it. Too late. We let him go in 2020. Now we're chasing it. Guess what? That didn't work, and we came back. Isaiah Foskey, chasing it. We're chasing it. We had it in the building, and now you're chasing something that you had, and that's the Saints, man. We fucked that one up. We screwed that one up, and I'm sure it's gonna be more. It's more from where that came from. Actually, I think we have where is he? Where is he? Who I think's next on this list? I know Paulson Debo's gonna leave, and he's gonna go crazy. Watch it. Like we all know that. We could just know that's coming. We know that's coming. But that's not who I was looking for. Gardner Johnson, but that was a different situation. Different situation there. Caden Ellis, another one right there. That's who I was looking for. Caden Ellis. I'm not gonna give him any credit because we know who he played for, but another one. So I mean, it's not like we've drafted bad. Trust me, we've drafted bad, and it's not even that we drafted bad. We're just missing on our first round picks. We're hit or miss on our first round picks. You have to have consistent first round picks to be good in this league. Like, you just have to. And we haven't been consistently hitting on those picks. Our late picks have not been bad. But we can't retain the talent. We're keeping all of these older guys. Like, if you told me I had a Zach Bond and Caden Ellis linebacker core right now over DeMario and Pete Warner, I would be happy about it. Yeah, I would hate to lose DeMario. I hate to lose Pete Warner. But, I mean, eventually you got to let the old guys go. Like, I mean, eventually you got to let them go. And we're running into the same problems again. If they let Cam Jordan come back, it's going to be the same thing. It's going to be the same thing. Like, we're running into the same problem. So we'll see. We'll see how it goes, man. We'll see how it goes. Out of all the people we could have let go because we had younger guys in front of them, we chose Marshawn Lattimore. Oh, man. That's the Saints for you. But that's just my 2 cents on that. Like I said, the Trey Hendrickson one, idiots in the front office. Zach Bond, that sucks, but I mean, that one is what it was. He didn't play that great with the Saints. Trey Hendrickson showed you what he was. So that's my 2 cents. Let me know what y'all think in the comments below. As always, it's Boot Tragedies.
So one last time, let's make